Imagine you're about to board a roller coaster that's so intense, it's known for making people scream so loud they lose their voices for days. Yes, it's that extreme. Today, we're diving into the 10 scariest roller coasters in the world. Each one is packed with insane drops, hair-raising twists, and spine-tingling turns that will leave you breathless. Buckle up and get ready for the ride of your life. Number 1. Kingda Ka, Six Flags Great Adventure, New Jersey. Let's start with our first terrifying roller coaster, the Kingda Ka at Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey. Standing at a staggering 456 feet, Kingda Ka is the tallest roller coaster in the world. This beast launches you from 0 to 128 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds. Imagine the sheer force and adrenaline rush. It's like being on a rocket ship blasting off into space. But here's a little secret. Kingda Ka isn't just about height and speed. During its construction, the engineers faced numerous challenges, including dealing with high winds that could potentially derail the coaster. To overcome this, they designed a special wind resistance system to ensure the ride's safety. So every time you ride Kingda Ka, you're not just experiencing the thrill, but also the marvel of engineering. And here's a fun fact, sometimes you might get a rollback, where the train doesn't make it over the top and rolls back to the start, giving you an extra dose of adrenaline. Number 2. Formula Rossa, Ferrari World, Abu Dhabi. Next on our list is the Formula Rossa at Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi. This coaster holds the title for the fastest roller coaster in the world, reaching an incredible speed of 149 miles per hour. Inspired by Formula 1 racing, the ride simulates the experience of driving a Ferrari at top speed. It's so fast that riders are required to wear safety goggles to protect their eyes from the high-speed wind and dust. Here's a fascinating tidbit. The hydraulic launch system used to catapult the train forward is similar to the technology used on aircraft carriers to launch jets. And did you know that the track layout of the Formula Rossa was inspired by the legendary Monza racetrack in Italy? So not only are you getting the thrill of speed, but you're also experiencing a piece of racing history. If you're a fan of fast cars and high-speed thrills, this ride is definitely for you. Number 3. Takabisha, Fuji-Q Highland, Japan. Moving on, we have Takabisha at Fuji-Q Highland in Japan. This coaster is famous for having the steepest drop in the world at an insane 121 degrees. Just thinking about it gives me goosebumps. As you approach the top, the track actually tilts you forward, so you're staring straight down at the ground before plunging into the drop. It's a real test of bravery. What's really interesting about Takabisha is its unique combination of elements. It starts with a dark ride section where you're taken through a series of twists and turns in complete darkness, building the suspense before you're launched out into the open. Plus, the ride's name, Takabisha, means domineering in Japanese, which perfectly captures the ride's intimidating nature. If you're up for the challenge, Takabisha promises an unforgettable experience. Number 4. Steel Vengeance, Cedar Point, Ohio. Next up, we have Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point in Ohio. This roller coaster is known for its record-breaking stats, including the most airtime on any coaster in the world. With a staggering 27.2 seconds of airtime, you're going to feel like you're flying out of your seat. The ride is also renowned for its smooth yet intense hybrid design, combining steel tracks on a wooden structure. A cool fact about Steel Vengeance is that it was originally a wooden coaster called Mean Streak, before being transformed into the steel hybrid we know today. The transformation involved over 18 months of construction, and the result is nothing short of spectacular. Steel Vengeance is packed with inversions, steep drops, and overbanked turns, making it a must-ride for any coaster enthusiast. And here's a fun secret. During its debut, the coaster had to be temporarily closed for adjustments because it was deemed too intense. Number 5. The Smiler, Alton Towers, UK. Halfway through our list, we have the Smiler at Alton Towers in the UK. This roller coaster holds the world record for the most inversions, with a mind-bending 14 loops. Riding the Smiler is like being in a giant washing machine, with twists and turns that keep you disoriented and exhilarated from start to finish. One of the intriguing secrets of the Smiler is its psychological theming. The ride's storyline revolves around mind manipulation and correctional treatments, designed to marmalize you with its dizzying inversions. The ride even features optical illusions and hypnotic patterns to mess with your mind. And did you know that the Smiler's construction faced multiple delays and challenges, including a major incident during testing? Despite these hurdles, it has become one of the most iconic rides at Alton Towers, known for delivering a truly twisted experience. Number 6. X2, Six Flags Magic Mountain, California. Now let's talk about X2 at Six Flags Magic Mountain in California. This roller coaster is famous for being the world's first fourth dimension coaster, where the seats rotate independently from the track. This means you're flipping and spinning in all directions as you speed along the track, creating a sensation unlike any other. What makes X2 even more thrilling is its sensory overload. The ride features pyrotechnics, fog effects, and onboard audio that blasts intense music to heighten the experience. Fun fact, during the ride's redesign in 2008, they added flamethrowers that shoot out massive fireballs, making it not just a ride, but a full-blown sensory spectacle. If you're looking for a roller coaster that pushes the boundaries of traditional rides, X2 is the one to try. Number 7. Taron, Fantas Island, Germany. Next on our journey is Taron at Fantas Island in Germany. Taron is a multi-launch coaster that holds the title for the fastest multi-launch coaster in the world. It features a beautifully intricate track layout that weaves through a highly themed area known as Klugheim. The theming is so immersive that you feel like you're racing through a medieval village at breakneck speed. One of the coolest aspects of Taron is its seamless integration with the surrounding landscape. The coaster's track interacts with the terrain, rock formations, and buildings in ways that make each ride unique. Plus, Taron's launch system uses magnets to propel the train, providing a smooth yet powerful acceleration. And here's a fun secret. The second launch on Taron is so intense that it's been compared to the launch of a fighter jet, giving you an adrenaline rush that you won't soon forget. Number 8. Yukon Striker, Canada's Wonderland, Canada. Coming up next is Yukon Striker at Canada's Wonderland. This dive coaster is known for its record-breaking drop, which plunges riders 245 feet straight down into an underwater tunnel. The drop is at a 90-degree angle, making it feel like you're free-falling into the abyss. The ride also features floorless trains, adding to the sense of vulnerability and excitement. Yukon Striker isn't just about the drop, though. It also includes several inversions, including a zero-gravity roll and a 360-degree loop, making it a well-rounded thrill ride. Did you know that during its construction, engineers had to deal with complex geological challenges to build the underwater tunnel? They used advanced drilling techniques to ensure the tunnel's stability and safety. So every time you dive into that tunnel, you're experiencing a feat of modern engineering. And here's a little insider tip. Try to sit in the front row for the best view and the most intense experience. Number 9. Intimidator 305, King's Dominion, Virginia. Next, we have Intimidator 305 at King's Dominion in Virginia. Named after the legendary NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt, this coaster is designed to mimic the high-speed turns and intense G-forces of a race car. Standing at 305 feet tall and reaching speeds of 90 miles per hour, Intimidator 305 is all about speed and intensity. One of the most fascinating aspects of Intimidator 305 is its layout, which features rapid transitions and high-speed turns that exert intense G-forces on riders. In fact, the forces are so strong that some riders experience a gray-out moment during the first turn, where the G-forces temporarily impair their vision. And here's a cool fact. The coaster's track was painted red to resemble Dale Earnhardt's famous red racing car. If you're a fan of speed and high adrenaline rides, Intimidator 305 is definitely a must-ride. Number 10. Ijenaika, Fuji-Q Highland, Japan. Last but not least, we have Ijenaika at Fuji-Q Highland in Japan. This coaster is another fourth dimension ride, similar to X2, where the seats rotate 360 degrees forwards and backwards in a controlled spin. Ijenaika takes this concept to the next level with an even more intense and disorienting ride experience. What's really unique about Ka is the number of inversions it offers, a whopping 14, which includes both track inversions and seat inversions. This means you're constantly flipping and spinning, making it one of the most chaotic rides out there. And here's a fun secret. The name Ka translates to "ain't it great" in English, a phrase that perfectly captures the exhilaration and thrill of the ride. The coaster's design was inspired by traditional Japanese festivals where people would shout "Ka" while dancing and celebrating. So as you spin and flip through the air, you're not just experiencing a roller coaster, but a piece of cultural celebration as well. Thanks for joining this wild ride. See you in the next thrilling adventure.